My roommate secretly sabotaged every apartment viewing I had for 3 months because she wanted me to move out but couldn't afford rent alone. Her plan backfired when I discovered what she was doing. I'm 24F working as a graphic designer in Austin, and this whole mess started when my lease was ending in December. My roommate Chloe, 23F, and I had been living together for almost 2 years in this decent 2-bedroom apartment near downtown. Split rent was $1,400 total, so we each paid $700, which was perfect for both our budgets. Everything seemed normal until October when I mentioned that our lease was up in December, and we needed to decide whether to renew or find something new. Chloe got weird about it, saying she wasn't sure what she wanted to do. I figured she was just stressed about work or dating drama because she was always having some crisis. When our landlord reached out about renewing, I asked Chloe again what she was thinking. She said she needed more time to figure out her living situation and wasn't ready to commit to another year. I respected that and told her I'd start looking for a new place since I definitely couldn't afford the full rent alone. That's when things got strange. I started apartment hunting in November, giving myself plenty of time to find something good before our December 31st move-out date. Austin's rental market is competitive, so I was prepared to view a lot of places and move fast when I found something I liked. The first red flag was when I scheduled a viewing for this cute 1-bedroom near my work. I'd emailed the landlord and set up an appointment for Saturday at 2 p.m. When I showed up, the landlord seemed confused and said someone had already called that morning to cancel my appointment. I insisted I hadn't called, but he showed me his phone log with a number I didn't recognize. I figured it was a miscommunication and rescheduled for the next day. Sunday at 2 p.m., I drove across town again, only to find the landlord wasn't there. When I called him, he sounded annoyed and said I'd texted him an hour earlier saying I couldn't make it and asking to reschedule for Tuesday. I definitely hadn't sent any texts. This happened 3 more times with different apartments. Viewings getting canceled or landlords not showing up because they thought I'd canceled. Each time they had records of calls or texts from numbers I didn't recognize. It was frustrating, but I figured it was just bad luck or some weird coincidence. Then I noticed Chloe asking a lot of questions about my apartment search. Which places was I looking at? What was my timeline? Did I have any promising leads? I thought she was just being a good friend and roommate checking in on my progress. By mid-November, I was getting stressed. I'd scheduled probably 15 viewings and only actually seen 3 apartments because of all the cancellations and no-shows. The ones I did see were either overpriced dumps or had already been rented by the time I tried to apply. Time was running short. Chloe kept asking about my search, and I started venting to her about how unlucky I was with all these cancellations. She'd make sympathetic noises and suggest I try different neighborhoods or look at cheaper places, always steering me toward areas that were farther from work or in sketchy parts of town. The breaking point came during Thanksgiving week. I had scheduled viewings for 3 really promising apartments on Saturday. Good locations, decent prices, and the landlords seemed responsive. Full story link below.